You know, when we talk about Bitcoin, we usually talk about price, but that's not the real story. Bitcoin is, well, it's more than money. It's way more than just a technology. At its heart, it's a philosophy, an idea that was born from this one single critical moment in history. And to really get what Bitcoin is all about, we have to go right back to the beginning, to its very first line of code.
And what you see here, well, that's not really a line of code at all, is it? It's a newspaper headline, and it's embedded forever in the very first block of the Bitcoin blockchain. Think of it like a permanent digital fossil, and that fossil, it holds the key to understanding the entire invention.
So that begs the question, right? Why would an anonymous creator hide a newspaper headline in a line of code? Well, the answer isn't about creating a new currency. Not really. It's about sending a message. You could even call it a protest. The entire reason Bitcoin even exists is captured right there in that one single cryptic sentence.
So, to really understand that message, we have to go back. We have to understand the moment it was sent, because this was a message written from the absolute brink of a global financial collapse.
Yeah, that headline, it was anything but random. It was a direct shot, a direct comment on the 2007-2008 financial crisis. You remember that time, right? When we all learned the phrase, too big to fail? That meant the very institutions that messed up, the ones that failed, they were the ones getting rescued. And who paid the price? Ordinary people. In that moment, trust was completely gone.
And it was right out of that chaos that this anonymous figure, or group, whoever they were, Satoshi Nakamoto, released an answer. And it wasn't just a new piece of tech. It was a blueprint, a whole new design for a system that wouldn't need you to trust in those failing institutions at all.
So this response, it wasn't just code for a new type of money. No, it was code built on a set of really powerful ideals. At its heart, it was code for a new kind of freedom. This right here, this is the title of Satoshi's original white paper. And the words, they seem simple, but they are incredibly powerful. A peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Peer-to-peer, that means person to person. No banks, no payment processors, absolutely no one standing in the middle. This was a direct challenge to the entire financial structure as we knew it.
And the philosophy driving it was so clear. First, it was decentralized, which meant no single person or company could just shut it down. It was censorship resistant, so a government couldn't just step in and block your transaction. And maybe most importantly, it had a limited supply. Only 21 million coins, ever. That means no central bank could just fire up the printers and devalue everything you've saved. The whole thing, it was a design for true financial autonomy.
But then, something happened. The idea started to travel, and its journey, wow, it went from being this little niche experiment among a few cypherpunks to landing on the trading floors of the world's largest financial institutions. I mean, it started so small. The very first transaction was just 10 Bitcoin sent from Satoshi to developer. A year after that, we had the famous pizza purchase, 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. Then, 2017 happened. The price just exploded, and suddenly the whole world took notice. And now today, Wall Street has officially arrived, packaging Bitcoin up into slick investment products for the masses. And somewhere on that journey, the story started to change. The narrative shifted. It wasn't really about a peer-to-peer cash system anymore. It became digital gold, an asset you hold, a hedge against the exact same economic uncertainty that it was born from. The whole focus shifted from what it could do to what it was worth.
The scale of this change is just staggering. We're talking a market cap of over $2 trillion. That means Bitcoin is now sitting right alongside the world's biggest corporations and assets. I mean, by any financial measure you can think of, it's become a monumental success.
But, and this is a big but, this success brings us right to the central paradox of Bitcoin, this deep, deep conflict between its original purpose and its current price.
Just think about it. Satoshi's vision was a world with no intermediaries. But today, most of us buy Bitcoin on regulated exchanges. He imagined financial privacy, but what we have now is strict surveillance. The idea was power to the people, but now it's held in these massive institutional portfolios. A tool that was built for freedom has become, for so many, just an asset for speculation. And all of this leads to a really profound question. Is this what success looks like? Or is this what capture looks like? Has this anti-establishment network just been tamed, integrated into the very system it was designed to replace? And that brings us right back to the two faces of this revolution, and to the choice that lies at its very heart.
Because ultimately, there's a huge difference between the price of Bitcoin and its purpose. Price is what you pay. It's the number on the screen, the thing that's driven by markets and speculation. But purpose? Purpose is what you believe in. It's the idea, the one embedded in that very first block, a belief that a different kind of system is possible.
And so, perhaps the most important thing to remember, through all the noise, is this simple truth. Bitcoin wasn't built to make you rich,